It's the shortest verse in the Bible, only 2 words in most versions. How much meaning can we get from 2 words? Let's find out. Hi, Rich Reese here for Rich Reese Bible Study. I don't have time for outdoor recreation today, so I'm just shooting this from our yard. And forgive me, please, while I read from a script. In most versions of the Bible, John 11:35 is the shortest verse of all. It's only 2 words, Jesus wept. He had been asked to come to Bethany. He had friends there, sisters Mary and Martha and their brother Lazarus. Lazarus lay ill, and the sisters sent for Jesus, probably hoping that he could heal their brother. But Jesus deliberately delayed, and while he delayed, Lazarus died. The purpose for the delay is another story. Today we will talk about what happened when Jesus arrived at the home of the siblings, specifically about why Jesus wept. Scripture doesn't offer an explanation for Jesus' sorrow. Many commentators have offered many insights into this, and those insights are worth studying. But I want to focus on just 2 factors today. First, Jesus wept because of the sorrow felt by all who'd known Lazarus, not the least of all his sisters. Jesus had favorites, and these 3 were among them. We read in John 11:5, "Now Jesus loved Martha and her sister and Lazarus." That's the King James. But the sisters were not alone in their sorrow. Bethany and Jerusalem were about 2 miles apart, and, quote, "Many of the Jews came to Martha and Mary to comfort them concerning their brother." John 11:19, King James. So I think the first reason Jesus wept is he felt bad for the loss and sorrow being felt by others. Second, death was never part of God's plan for humanity. Death became part of the human condition as a consequence of the fall. "But of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil thou shalt not eat of it, for in the day thou eatest thereof thou shalt surely die." Genesis 2:17, King James. Having entered humanity, death will also be the last aspect of sin to be vanquished. The last enemy that shall be destroyed is death. 1 Corinthians 15:26, King James. I think the second reason Jesus wept is that the death of Lazarus exemplified the separation that exists between God and humanity as a consequence of our sinfulness. The first reason demonstrates the humanity of Christ, while the second shows that he is God. The fact that the incarnate Jesus is fully human and fully God is a discussion for another time. For today, we'll look at just 2 passages. The first is his affirmation of his human body. "See my hands and my feet, that it is I myself? Touch me and see. For a spirit does not have flesh and bones, as you see that I have." Luke 24:39, ESV. The second confirms that while Jesus has a physical body, he is also the fullness of God. "For in him dwelleth all the fullness of the Godhead bodily." Colossians 2:9, King James. That's it for today. It's appropriate that the shortest verse would be covered in the shortest video so far. I have to get back to work. Remember to love the Lord and love one another. Thanks for joining me on my walk of faith. I'm Rich Reese. I'll talk to you soon.
Be sure to share your comments and questions in the comments section below.